Sex tapes. We've all got one. We do not all have one. We do not all have one. Ladies, top tip, don't have a sex tape. Same goes for gents as well. Claims in the latest tranche of Epstein files that have been released in the United States as a result of some sort of, this originally a civil case being brought by Virginia Giuffre against Ghislaine Maxwell, those documents being unsealed, claims that from one of the other traffic victims of Jeffrey Epstein, that she was of the view that there was a sex tape involving Prince Andrew, one involving Bill Clinton and one involving Richard Branson that were recorded by Jeffrey Epstein, not at the same time. But those three men have, of course, denied any wrongdoing. I need to stress that. She's been somewhat discredited by the fact that she's done an interview with the New York Times some years later saying that actually I made this claim, but I take it back now. That's not the case. I said it to Tracy because I wanted Jeffrey Epstein to think that I had those in my possession to protect myself. The thing is, we know a lot of women made claims and then pulled back their claims because they were scared, because the most absolutely foul campaigns of targeting, harassment happened from Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell against women who did speak out. A lot of them now had payouts, including this woman involved in this. But what do you make of these claims? I mean, the damage to these men's reputations is huge. Prince Andrew's in particular.
No, it is. And I think the balance we've always got to strike with this is, on the one hand, making sure that victims are listened to, that they have their day in court where possible and so on. But at the same time, there is a point in which, particularly because these cases involve huge celebrities, former presidents of the United States, and also, if we're being honest, a series of characters who are not seen as particularly reputable in the public eye, regardless, that it still, because of all of that, becomes just a bit of a feeding frenzy, that every claim that was thrown out 5 or 6 years ago, which has since been pulled back or discredited, is taken as read because of the fact that it's just a sort of undeniably interesting and crazy story. So whilst, of course, anyone who is has anything criminal to answer for should certainly answer for that in court, and of course these stories should be reported on, there is that danger that, but not least because these are not particularly amiable characters involved in all of this, that we just start believing all of this.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's something I always said at the time of the Me Too. You can't just throw mud at people. Anyone can make a claim. It doesn't mean it's necessarily true. And people often then don't want to bring libel cases, even though they've got the money to do so. Very few people do, simply because, you're just going to have more mud slung at you, as we know.